This is a video inspired by Simon the Magpie's video from today about using any kind of mixer as a synthesizer by creating feedback loops. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. But here's a sort of a little development I've got on there using fuzz pedals in the loops as well. So what we'll do first of all is we'll set up a basic feedback loop. So going from the effects send 1 back into channel 1. Let's bring that up. Without the effects loop on there, you've got just a bit of phasey noise. Quite nice. Turning the effects loop up on there, you've got a kind of weird pulse wave kind of pattern. By playing with the tone controls, you can bring out all kinds of different rates and speeds. You can significantly alter that and chance upon tones. These are all over the place in like different capacitances and resistances. I've got this going through a bit of kind of tape echo and spring reverb emulation. That's one loop. Let's add another. Things get more complex while you're adding different loops and putting them together. Okay, so we'll bring up the effects mix on the second one on here, and let's bring in the other channel. And you can hear now how they're interacting together and making like a different circuit. So some interesting kind of helicopter effects. Does remind me of the VCS3 because you have no idea what you're doing. Lots of the sounds are out of tune or completely otherworldly. This is the sound of electronics kind of almost dying, I think. So you've got a kind of gibbon seagull noise there. It's a bit Pink Floyd. But then of course, it sounds a bit like echoes, and that's done with a wah pedal plugged in the wrong way. So it's kind of a similar principle. You're using equipment wrongly to get mangled sounds out of it. Okay, so let's put some effects into the loops on there. I'm gonna use get that right, Color Sound Power Boost, which is a clone. Obviously it's not an original. This one's got master volume there in the middle. It's got gain on here, it's got bass, and it's got a treble control as well, so you can either make it like a top boost or a bass boost. So I'm going to put that on one of the on the first one of the feedback loops. So let's just get this plugged in here. There we go. Okay. You can hear the noise going straight through there. Here we go. Some strange kind of like shortwave radio kind of ring modulation. Let's see if we can get some strange frequencies out of it. Okay, so that's doing something. This is all to do with putting different gain stages together and seeing how they interact what you're hearing here is the result of a few different gain stages abused and pushed into each other wrongly. Okay, so let's say that's doing something on there. Let's have another go with, this time I'm using a fuzz face clone, but this has got an octave boost, green ringer built in on there as well. So I'll put that in as well and do that from number 2. You can hear a lot of oscillations in there, as you might expect if you know the fuzz face circuit at all. Kinda cool though. Kinda cool. You can get some truly repulsive noises. You can get some quite nice drones. You can get things that, well... Okay, let's have a go with the octave. So this is a doubling circuit originally designed by Roger Mayer. A truly horrible noise. I think the two combined together make some real chaos here. I'm just going to play with this for a minute. Mention at this point the mixer I'm using is a Tascam minidisc portastudio. I've never actually used it as a portastudio, only as a mixer. The EQs are good. It's got good preamps. So in some places you can find drones, in some places you can find static and all kinds of things. There's all kinds of noises going on here. Is it music? I'm not sure. It's electronics, that's for sure. You basically have no idea how what you're doing is going to actually affect things. Here I've got the 2 effect loops. Got like cross feeding in one direction. There it is in the other direction. And everything you add, everything you tweak with on the EQs has a pretty drastic effect on what's going on with the sound. It's a lot of fun to play with. You can definitely get dragged into twisting the knobs and making drones, as you can probably tell that I'm doing right now. One thing that I'm thinking about doing is actually putting this through autotune and seeing what happens when it's tuned to a scale. So you're getting these kind of things which are going through very strange electronic noises, but let's see what they sound like when they're tuned into something. So that's going to be coming up soon. After this electronic madness we have at the moment. This is not intended to be a piece of music that you'll enjoy. But this is an area that's maybe worth exploring if you're interested in the kind of sounds, for instance, that Brian Eno was using with Roxy Music on the VCS3, of course, or if you're doing industrial music, this kind of thing. There's lots of different types of music here. I think you could adapt a lot of this too. You could take samples of it, and you could build up a sample library, tune them up, try and get them so that they work with your style of music. It's a fun noise-making device. For the last part here, I've kind of mixed 3 different tracks together. We've got a drone starting here, and then I'll bring in another couple of bits. So this is all about gain staging between different amplifiers and making those, as I said before, malfunction, and it ends up functioning like a synthesizer. And that's kind of about it for now. Thanks for watching, enjoy, have fun with this. Remember to hit like, subscribe, all that business, it helps me a lot. And until the next time, bye.